All right, welcome back, fellow safe investors. Welcome to another edition of Battle of the Brands. And in today's episode, we're pretty much going to compare Intel to AMD or advanced micro devices and see which one comes out on top. You know how we do it, so let's go. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna make this one very easy, very simple. AMD win, that's it. All right, so now that we got the jokes out of the way, we're gonna do this video like we normally do. We're gonna ask ourselves 3 questions. So we're gonna do this video how we normally do. We're gonna ask ourselves 3 questions: growth, sustainability, and value, and compare these companies head to head and see which one will come out on top in each category. Each category is different. And I wanna know you guys' opinion at the end of this video, so if you can, leave a comment down below, hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and let's just see who comes out on top. Okay, at the bottom of the screen, you should be seeing the overview for both of these companies, which would be like the ticker symbol, the price that they're selling at, and like the PE ratio and all of that stuff. So just take some time to take that in, and then we'll get back to the video. So in a discussion of growth, when we look at growth, Intel really hasn't done anything differently or changed or made any advances in its microchips or semiconductors in the past couple of years, and AMD has been making huge changes, huge advancements, and it's starting to reflect in the stock. So that is great. When you see a company making changes for the better and it reflects in the stock, that is always good for your bottom line and good for an investment. So when AMD introduced the Ryzen chip, it pretty much changed everything for AMD. And if you are like a huge gamer, if you like whether the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One or whatever, both of those use AMD processors. So even in the next gen consoles, they will also use AMD processors. So when it comes to growth, you gotta give it to the company that is making changes and making things happen for itself. So I have to give growth to AMD. So moving on to sustainability. When we look at sustainability, this one is a little bit harder to answer because since AMD is now starting to take off and show some type of growth, we don't know how long they can maintain that. So Intel have been around for a long time and they've maintained that #1 slot for a very, very long time, and for a good reason. So it's not like they didn't deserve that slot. Now I do think change is coming soon, and AMD might be able to slide into that #1 slot when it comes to like semiconductors and CPUs. But sustainability, I'm sorry, I just have to give it to Intel. Have a much larger market cap. I don't see it really changing anytime soon, and even if it does, this company pretty much have showed that it can go the distance when it comes to time. So sustainability, I'm just gonna give it to Intel just on the consistency. Even though they aren't the better product right now, they have been the better product for a much longer time than AMD. When it comes to just these 2 companies, I'm not just saying like in general, just when it comes to these 2 companies. So moving on to the third question, value. And when I say value, what I mean by value is if you purchase the company at the share price that it is selling right now, is it undervalued, fairly valued, overvalued? Meaning that if it's undervalued and you buy it right now, that you can pretty much see huge returns in the future. If it's fairly valued, probably not so big of returns. And if it's overvalued, generally not. Now, I'm not gonna say that every company that's considered overvalued doesn't show big returns in the future. Tesla has been considered overvalued for a very long time and is still showing huge returns. So I'm not gonna say that, but we just don't know what the future holds for either one of these companies. All we know is what we know, which is the metrics that we use to evaluate these companies and things like that, in the balance sheets, the financial statements, all of that good stuff. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to value, I would give it to AMD. And what I mean by that is, even though both of these companies are selling for around the same price right now, I would definitely assume, I'm not gonna say I know, but I would assume that AMD, since it's still growing and it's in that #1 slot, and it still has a future ahead of it and still making advancements, I would definitely say that there is still some upside on AMD stock. Now, I could be wrong. Only time will tell, and I would love to know you guys' opinion on this video. And what do you think about AMD stock or Intel stock? Or if I'm wrong in general, let me know. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs down button. Just let me know, interact with me, let me know what's going on in the world. All right. So that's pretty much it for this video for Battle of the Brands. Another Battle of the Brands will be returning next week, where I don't even know what company I'm gonna look into yet, but that's where the excitement lies. So have a good week. Pretty much, like I always say, do your own research before you invest in any one of these companies. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to my page. And let's do it.